Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على من كان نبيا وآدم بين الماء والطين. Amma ba'd. Respected listeners, on one occasion, this is a few years back, whilst teaching a class of secondary school children, Muslim female children, a wonderful experience teaching these young students. Sometimes I ask questions to get them thinking. And I asked a question once very close to the month of Ramadan, and I asked the children, the beloved children, I said, when are you most thankful? Is it when you have everything or when you have nothing? And the students and the pupils, they replied, well, it's quite obvious, when you have something, then you can thank Allah for it. So when you have something in your hands, then you're going to be more thankful. It doesn't really register with us that you can be more thankful if you have absolutely nothing. Then I followed this up with a second question, and I said that, okay, you said that you are most thankful when you have things. The second question I ask is that, when are you most thankful during the Islamic calendar? When are you closest to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? When do you really feel an attachment with your Lord? Unanimously, all of the students said it is in the month of Ramadan. And then I reminded all of the students, well, it is precisely in the month of Ramadan where you have the least, where you are consuming the least, you are eating the least amount of food, you are sometimes going 18, 19 hours without food. And the point I wanted to make to these young students is that the month of Ramadan really is about reminding ourselves of how lucky we are to have the favors of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala around us. But every so often, Allah has to take away those favors so that we appreciate it. We are deprived of food and water for 18, 19 hours during the month of Ramadan. It is only food that we value water. The most refreshing, the most beautiful drink that you will have this year is that first sip of water when you fast for the first time in the month of Ramadan. That feeling and that ecstasy of that first sip on your dry lips, Allahu Akbar, there is no equivalent to that. You feel that now, although for 11 months of the year you are drinking water constantly, you never really thank Allah for it. Why do we suddenly appreciate this now? It is because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, temporarily, He has taken that favor away from you. And because He's taken it away from you, you learn to value it more. So whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives, there is a lesson behind it. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sometimes doesn't give, seemingly at least, there is a lesson behind it. So this month, the month of Ramadan, the month in which we eat and consume the least amount, where we sleep the least amount as well, where all of our time is spent in the service of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is also a reminder of how thankful we are to His favors that are surrounded by us. If we can thank Him, then certainly Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us more. For His rule, His golden rule, which He mentions in the Holy Quran, is لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. If you are thankful to me, then certainly I will provide you with more. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us all to be more thankful to the great favors of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ameen. وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ.